Hello, welcome to High Country Financial Coaching. I'm Angela Brown, a local North Carolina financial coach. Today we're going to continue our financial planning discussion of Step 3, having a game plan and getting started. Goals and action. Why should I have a game plan? A game plan gives you direction. That way you have a list of steps or goals for you and your situation to help you better plan to meet your needs, your household's needs, and your goals or your household's goals to improve your life and your financial situation or your household's financial situation. It'll help you stay focused if you have a list of goals, you have some mottos and scriptures available. Seeing that progress as you start living within your means, spending less than you make, paying a little extra towards that bill and seeing that balance go down and eventually paying off that bill or just paying your bills on time. That's just progress. That's motivation for seeing those successes. And that's something to celebrate. So let's get started and talk about how we can move towards a better financial situation for you. This is tough stuff. This is where you got to put your work boots on. This is where you've got to have a mindset that I can do this and I want to do this. And you need to communicate and get everybody in your household involved. It needs to be a priority for all if you're going to win in your financial journey. So first is when you're looking at your finances is prioritizing needs first. So we talked about first housing, food, transportation, childcare, utilities, power bill, gas bill, adequate insurance, and any medicines, medical treatments that you need or your household needs is first and foremost. Then making sure that you have the money or you start paying or you continue paying the minimums on your debt. Make a list of all your debt and those minimum payments and make sure you're finding a way to pay those after you pay your needs. If you need a little extra income, then review your stuff around your house, that's yours, and sell some stuff on Facebook Marketplace, eBay, or at a yard sale to help your financial situation. See if anybody in your household can work extra hours or look at the job opportunities in your area to see if you can earn a little bit extra to help you along this financial journey. Look at your budget and see if there's anywhere you can reduce anything that's extras, that's wants versus needs. During this time of your financial journey, your first and foremost focus is your needs first. And then start small. Start small, saving for emergencies and paying a little extra towards your debt. $5, $10 a week, a month, $50 a month. Starting where you have some extra money for saving for emergencies and paying a little extra towards your debt will help you reach financial success. It's all unique for each one of us. Money's not everything, but just making a priority to pay for your needs first, making a priority if you have some extra debt that you start paying a little extra and stop charging additional debt will help you see some successes. If you have some special debt, that's debt in collections, then right now you're just going to let it be. If you have medical debt, that's low priority. You just want to pay, if you can pay $5 towards that medical debt to keep it out of collections. And then when you have some energy to focus, that you call and you use your lawyer voice to negotiate and you ask for mercy. You tell them you're thankful and you appreciate the care, but your finances right now, you just don't have the income. And so you ask for reduced amounts, a payoff amount, a detailed bill to verify the charges, and you send letters for them to stop calling you, and you ask for a payment plan that works for you. If it's medical, ask for a zero interest rate. Try to negotiate and get those amounts lower, and there are resources provided on my Facebook page, or do some research and see for some free resources to help you. During this financial journey, I pray that you will start paying your bills on time, you'll be able to pay your bills on time, and you will soon start paying off your bills monthly. That will help you build credit, and building credit helps you save money. A good credit score, an excellent credit score, slowly over time as your goal, will help you save on your auto insurance because you'll be at a lower risk for a claim. It'll help you save on future loan rates, interest rates, because you have a good or excellent and a higher chance of paying your bills on time. So building credit is a win-win. So slowly, it may take months, it may take a few years to get to this point, but it will feel so good. So keep pushing forward, for you're at a point that you'll be saving and investing for your future. Here's the steps that I recommend. These are based on Dave Ramsey's solutions from his experts that share, Dave and Rachel and AO, Hogan. But first is having a zero-based budget and funding your needs first. So you list your income, you list your needs, monthly amounts, and you fund those first. You set a goal to spend less than you make. Secondly, you make sure you're paying the minimums on your debt. That's first credit card debts and auto loans, student loans, personal loans. Step 3 is saving for the unexpected. We've hit a lot of unexpected lately with this pandemic in today's world. So we've seen the importance of having a little extra money for that just in case we get sick and we're out of work, or we have that emergency medical or dental bill, or that flat tire, or a repair or maintenance at home or with our car that we have to replace a washer or get new tires. So this is real life. This is important. This will help relieve stress in your life if you have a little bit of savings for those unexpected emergencies. There'll be a hassle, there'll be a pain, but you'll be like, oh my goodness, thank goodness I saved that extra $500 the past 6 months. Or thank goodness I saved that extra $1,000. This is unique for your situation. So look at your needs. And if you can save for your needs for 1 month and put it in a savings or a money market, you'll be so thankful you did and you made it a priority. Saving that extra $5, $10, whatever you have, selling some of that extra stuff for you have an emergency fund. And try to eventually, through the process, saving for 1 to 3 months and maybe 3 to 6 months, depending on your household situation. Just your needs, not your extra stuff. You can cancel that TV and the extra stuff. So just save for your needs. Okay, so then once you have some amount of emergency fund, that can be $500, $1,000, it's your choice. Then you start paying a little extra towards one of your debts. Just one. Again, if you can pay $5 extra, $10 extra, it's your choice where you start. Several experts say start with the lowest amount. Start with your credit cards first because they have the highest interest rate. And just start paying a little extra. When you get that bill paid off, then celebrate. Do something that's free. That's a celebration. Have a dance party. Play some music. If you have $10 extra in your budget that you can go celebrate with a milkshake. But you do something that's budget friendly or free to help you celebrate. That's important for us to celebrate those wins in our lives. That new job, that whatever, that medical that we've had the treatment and we're feeling better. We're paying off that bill. Whatever you can celebrate, take time to celebrate those successes in life, personally, physically, or financially. And then once you've celebrated, then you go back to step 1, review your budget, Make sure you're paying your minimums on your other debt. Make sure you still have that emergency fund, because you may have had that emergency and you had to use part of it. And then pick another debt and start paying that little bit extra. And then celebrate again, whatever works best for you. Having some friends over, social distancing, of course, whatever works for you, and celebrate, and then start again. Keep repeating steps 1 through 5 until you have all your high interest debt paid off. That's really credit cards and auto loans and personal loans. If you have extreme debt situations, you may want to look at your debt. And if you have a lot of credit card debt, you may want to talk to someone at your bank about combining that into a personal loan at a lower set interest rate for one payment. So I'm not saying don't go to one of those buildings that says you need money, give me your car title and we'll give you cash today. You don't want to do a payday loan, but go to your bank and see, once you've started paying your minimums regularly and you have some payment history on time, you have a budget that you know where your money's going, then you may at some point, after you paid off one of your small debts, or before, sit down with someone at your bank and see if you can take out a personal loan to combine all your credit card debt together with one payment, one interest rate that may be lower. Or if you can qualify for a zero-based credit card, now this can be risky, but you have to do the work, you have to set the goals, and you can combine some of your credit card debt into that zero interest credit card for 3 months, 5 months, a year, and you can pay it off, then you may want to do that. But if you cannot pay it off during that time period, then you need to look at a personal loan or a different option, or just continue paying a little extra on each debt until you pay off one account at a time, one card at a time, one loan at a time. But review your situations. Do not go to the payday loan places, because they will take your titles. They will pay you lots of fees and a high interest rate. It will not be a win-win for your financial situation. If you have questions about paying off debt, I'd be happy to work with you. Once you get your debt under control, then step 6 is saving for your future. First is retirement. Okay, saving for your retirement. That's 1 to 15% and gradually increasing until you get to 15%. Saving a little extra for your future. If you're in your 20s, if you can save $100 in a Roth IRA each month, that's going to be a win-win when you get to retirement. Any additional money that you save at any point in your life, at your 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, will help you be able to support yourself and reach your financial goals. If you want to retire sooner, then you're going to need to save additional money now, because you're going to need additional money to pay for your medical insurance. That's the huge thing with retirement right now, is you do not qualify for Medicare until I think it's 65. So you have to plan for that. So once you've started saving for retirement, saving from 1% a month to 2% the next month to 3% the next month, until you gradually over a period of time are saving up to 15% of your income. And that's a choice. You may say, I'm going to save $500 this month, $100 this month. Next month, I'm going to save $125. It's choice. Save with your employer first if your employer has a match, and try to meet that match. If it's 4%, try to contribute 4% as one of your goals. Gradually increase. Then once you've met your employer match, you may want to look at a Roth IRA. And then We can discuss options, or you can do your research. But set a goal after you paid off your debt to save for your retirement sooner than later. Step 7 is saving for or helping with. If you have a family member or you yourself want to go to school, then this is where you can save for or help a child with their education or help yourself. If you are not on step 7 and you are saving for emergencies, paying minimums, paying extra, then you need to tell that child that they need to apply for scholarships, financial aid, student loans, and they need to work. It's optional for you to help your child. You need to help yourself first and your household first. Get out of debt, save for emergencies, save for retirement. And then, depending on, it may be you need to save for your next car, or you need to save for a future home. For if you want to, some people like renting. You do what works best for you. They like for that landlord to take care of those repairs, and they like having that set amount that they pay each month. If your goal is to own a car or to own a home, during this step, you need to be saving for that. You need to be maintaining your current home, maintaining your current car, for it will get you from point A to point B until you paid off your debt and you're saving for retirement. And then you start saving that extra for your future home or car. Realize kids, pets, cars, and homes all have extra cost involved. So you have to prepare for that and plan if that's your goal. And then saving for your extra needs or wants. If you want you want to go on a trip, you want some extra items in your life, this is the step that you need to save and fund your wants. After you've saved for or helped other individuals with, then step 8 is paying off your house. Before you retire, your goal should be is paying off your debt and paying as much as possible towards your house. For you are reducing your budget by retirement time. For you can live off your retirement savings longer. So if you're planning on retiring and you need income for 10 to 40 years, that you have a budget, a small budget that you have to support, and you have the retirement savings to do that. So if you pay off your debt, save for emergencies, save for retirement sooner than later, and start paying extra towards your house, then you will be able to make your retirement savings last longer. And then finally is building wealth and giving to others. I encourage you during this process. It's easy right now as we're stuck at home to focus on ourselves, but find some way to give and serve, even if it's budget friendly. It's a little bit. It's giving of yourself and your time versus of your finances. You will benefit from that, and it will help you move forward to see the positives, celebrate your wins, help others, even if it's given of your time and your skills versus of your finances. Additional items to consider during this process, again, is review your credit score at least each year, annually, to make sure everything's reported correctly. Set a goal to pay your bills on time to increase your credit score. If you have access to $10,000, you do not want to have $10,000 of debt. You want to keep that like around 1% to 30%. So you're only using 30% of that, no more than 40% if you are needing a loan in the future. Review your debt, review what you owe. Is it individually in your name or is it joint debt? And if you're in a medical situation, you want to pay off your joint debt first. Review your insurance coverage. We have a lot of great insurance agents out there. Be sure you're picking an insurance agent or a financial expert that has your best interest at heart. If they are a salesperson and they're trying to constantly always sell you extra items, that's not your person. They're not going to help you meet your financial goals. They're trying to meet their own financial goals through extra sales. So make sure you've got adequate insurance coverage for your situation and you cash in or you cancel the extras. Review your tax situation. We have links for our state and our federal to estimate our tax situation now and adjust your W-4 as needed. If you're getting a lot of extra tax return, then maybe you need to reduce the taxes coming out of your paycheck. If you're having to pay taxes each time you file, maybe you need to pay a little extra each month to avoid penalties when you file. Lastly, you need to prepare and review your estate planning documents. This is tough stuff. This is stuff that, I really don't like facing. I know that I'm very blessed. I know where I'm going. I know my salvation. I know my parents have that salvation. I wish that for each of you. And additional to your salvation is you need to prepare documents to help your loved ones after you leave. This is a will. If you have life insurance policies, retirement accounts, any kind of assets, you need to do a basic will of who gets what and make sure you get to decide, not the state. Several of your banks will do those witnesses for you. They may even have will prep services provided. Or depending on your situation, seek the assistance from a lawyer. Check your beneficiaries on all your accounts and policies. Update that for each season of life. If you go through a divorce, make sure you update that. Make sure you choose who's the beneficiaries on your bank accounts, your life insurance policies, and your retirement. You get to choose. Make sure you have a financial power of attorney and double check whatever document you use with your bank. Make sure it's the correct document, especially if you use an online resource. Check with your local hospital and see if they will help you do a free medical power of attorney. That way, if something happens with you and you cannot make medical decisions, you have a person ready that can help you and make those decisions. Have a living will. Check again with your local hospital and see if they'll prepare those documents for free. And decide if you have children, make sure you include who gets your children in your will, especially during this pandemic. We're seeing a lot of unexpected items that we are having to prepare for that we weren't expecting. So preparing those estate documents, saving for emergencies, will only give you some peace during this situation. If you need my help, please reach out. You got this. You got to be in the know with your finances. If you're doing the finances, share that information with your family and your significant other. If your significant other's doing the finances or your parent, check your credit, have tough conversations during a time that works best for your situation to communicate, plan, and share together. Again, set small goals, follow the steps I mentioned earlier. Email me, text me, Facebook me. I'll be happy to share those free to you. If you mess up, give yourself some grace and just start again. Have some flexibility in your budget that you have a little money to go out to eat once a month, if you can. Have some kind of flexibility for not all your income's going towards bills. If you need my help again, let me know. Ask for help from a professional. Just get recommendations again and make sure they're not a salesperson. They're there to help you. Surround yourself with friends and family that will support and encourage you during this financial journey. I'm proud of you. I'm glad you're here. If you need my help or have any questions, please reach out to me at High Country Financial Coaching or hcfinancialcoaching@gmail.com. Hope you have a great day.